Welcome to History with Herodotus, where the whispers of the past converge with the curiosity of the present. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through the annals of time as we delve into the captivating tale of the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire. This epic narrative spans centuries, traversing the vast expanse of human experience, from the humble beginnings of a fledgling state to the pinnacle of imperial grandeur, and ultimately to the precipice of decline. In the early 13th century, amidst the tumultuous landscape of Anatolia, a small Turkish tribe emerged, led by the enigmatic figure of Ertuğrul Bey. This nomadic chieftain, driven by the instincts of a seasoned warrior and the vision of a statesman, would lay the foundations for a dynasty that would one day stretch from the sun-kissed shores of the Mediterranean to the snow-capped mountains of the Caucasus. The seeds of the Ottoman Empire were sown in the fertile soil of Bithynia, where the remnants of the Byzantine Empire and the fragmented Turkish principalities of Anatolia coexisted in an intricate dance of power and intrigue. As we navigate the complex tapestry of this period, we find ourselves in the midst of a maelstrom of conflicting interests, where the Mongol invasions had left an indelible mark on the region, creating a power vacuum that would be exploited by the rising Turkish principalities. The city of Surut, nestled in the verdant valley of the Sakarya River, became the cradle of the Ottoman dynasty, as Ertuğrul Bey's son Osman Bey began to consolidate his power and forge alliances with neighboring tribes. The name Ottoman is derived from this charismatic leader, Osman Bey, who would become the eponymous founder of the empire. The year 1299 CE marks a significant turning point, as Osman Bey declared his independence from the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum, heralding the birth of the Ottoman state. As we venture deeper into the narrative, we find the Ottoman Principality navigating a treacherous landscape of rival Turkish states, Byzantine strongholds, and Mongol incursions. The early Ottomans were masters of adaptability, embracing the administrative and military traditions of their predecessors while infusing them with their unique brand of Turkish flair. The institutions of the Ottoman state began to take shape, with the establishment of a robust administrative apparatus, a powerful military, and a sophisticated system of taxation. The figure of Orhan Bey, Osman's son and successor, emerges as a pivotal character in our narrative, as he oversaw the conquest of key cities such as Bursa and Nicomedia, expanding Ottoman control over northwestern Anatolia. The year 1326 CE saw the capture of Bursa, which would become the first Ottoman capital, marking a significant milestone in the empire's growth. As we approach the threshold of the 14th century, the Ottoman Principality stands poised on the cusp of greatness, its leaders driven by an insatiable hunger for expansion and a vision of a unified Islamic state. As the 14th century unfolds, the Ottoman Principality continues its relentless march towards greatness, with Orhan Bey's successor, Murad I, playing a pivotal role in shaping the empire's destiny. In 1362, Murad I captures the strategic city of Adrianople, which becomes the Ottoman capital, marking a significant shift in the empire's center of gravity from Anatolia to the Balkans. This conquest provides the Ottomans with a crucial foothold in Europe, allowing them to launch further campaigns against the Byzantine Empire and the fragmented Serbian principalities. The year 1371 proves to be a watershed moment, as the Ottomans defeat the Serbs at the Battle of Maritsa, paving the way for their expansion into the Balkans. The battle is a testament to the Ottoman military's tactical prowess, as they employ their characteristic blend of cavalry and infantry to devastating effect. As the Ottoman armies push deeper into Europe, they encounter a complex tapestry of alliances and rivalries between the various Christian states, which they skillfully exploit to further their own interests. In 1389, the Ottomans face off against a coalition of Serbian and Bosnian forces at the Battle of Kosovo, a pivotal clash that would become etched in a collective memory of the Balkan peoples. Although the battle is fiercely contested, with both sides suffering heavy losses, the Ottomans ultimately emerge victorious, cementing their control over the region. The aftermath of the battle sees the Ottomans consolidate their gains as they absorb the Serbian Principality into their empire and establish a network of administrative and military institutions to govern their newly acquired territories. The turn of the 15th century marks a period of significant transformation for the Ottoman Empire, as it begins to take on the characteristics of a mature imperial state. The reign of Mehmed I sees the establishment of a robust bureaucratic apparatus with the creation of the Janissary Corps, an elite infantry force recruited from the Debshirme system, whereby Christian boys are conscripted into the Ottoman military and administrative elite. This institution would play a crucial role in shaping the empire's military and administrative culture, as it provides a steady supply of loyal and highly trained personnel to staff the imperial bureaucracy and fight on behalf of the Sultan. As the Ottomans continue their expansion into Europe, they encounter the formidable figure of Timur, also known as Tamerlane, the Turco-Mongol conqueror, who has been making waves in the Middle East and Central Asia. In 1402, the two powers clash at the Battle of Ankara, with the Ottomans suffering a crushing defeat at the hands of Timur's forces. The battle marks a rare setback for the Ottomans, but they quickly regroup and recover, as they exploit the power vacuum created by Timur's death in 1405 to reassert their control over the region. As the Ottoman Empire regrouped and recovered from the defeat at Ankara, they began to consolidate their power and expand their territories once more. The reign of Mehmed I's successor, Murad II, saw significant advances into Eastern Europe, with the Ottomans capturing key cities such as Salonika and establishing a strong presence in the region. However, this period of expansion was also marked by internal strife, as the Janissary Corps began to exert its influence over the imperial court, often to the detriment of the Sultan's authority. The 16th century saw the rise of one of the most famous Ottoman sultans, Suleiman the Magnificent, who would go on to shape the empire's destiny and leave a lasting legacy. During his reign, the Ottomans expanded their territories into the Middle East, capturing key cities such as Baghdad and Damascus, and establishing a strong presence in the region. Suleiman also oversaw significant reforms, including the reorganization of the imperial administration and the establishment of a new legal code, which would become known as the Kanun. As the Ottoman Empire continued to expand, it began to face challenges from European powers, particularly the Habsburgs, who were determined to halt Ottoman advances into Eastern Europe. The 16th century saw a series of conflicts between the Ottomans and the Habsburgs, including the Siege of Vienna in 1529, which was repelled by the defenders. Despite these setbacks, the Ottomans continued to push forward, establishing a strong presence in the region and leaving a lasting legacy. The 19th and 20th centuries saw significant challenges for the Ottoman Empire as it faced internal strife, external pressures, and the rise of nationalist movements within its territories. The empire's attempts to modernize and reform were often hindered by the weight of tradition and the influence of the Janissary Corps, which had become a powerful force in its own right. As the empire began to weaken, it became increasingly vulnerable to external threats, and eventually it was dissolved after World War I. Today, the legacy of the Ottoman Empire can be seen in the modern-day nations that emerged from its territories, including Turkey, Greece, Bulgaria, and many others. The empire's cultural and architectural heritage can still be seen in the magnificent mosques, palaces, and bazaars that dot the landscape of these countries. As the Turkish historian Halil Nalkuk once noted, the Ottoman Empire was not just a state, but a civilization which had its own distinct culture, institutions, and values. The rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire serves as a powerful reminder of the transience of human power and the importance of understanding the complexities of history. The Ottoman Empire may be gone, but its influence lives on, shaping the modern world in ways both subtle and profound. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.